Alright, welcome back, you guys. For the people that are new here, hey, welcome. I'm Peaches. I live full-time in RV. I do a lot of the age gap relationships, stay-at-home mom, RV living type of content. So if you're anybody that's interested in any of that type of content, definitely make sure you go ahead and subscribe to this account. I'm also on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. I have a website as well, rollingwithmom.com. I'm rolling with mom across all platforms, so you'll always be able to find me. But today we're doing a questionnaire. I told you guys a few videos ago that I would do a Q&A for y'all because y'all do have a whole lot of questions. And then on TikTok, I asked you guys, what kind of questions do you want to ask? And a lot of questions are questions that I've been avoiding. So definitely make sure you stay to the end of the video so you can find out all the tea. So let's get started. Without further ado, let's get started. First question, how did we decide to start the RV life? So for us, it was during the pandemic. The pandemic had shut down. They shut down the entire world, basically. And we were doing a lot of B2B business, making deals over drinks, making deals over food, making deals over partying with people. Well, when they shut the entire world down, all restaurants were shut down, all clubs were shut down. We were back and forth to Vegas during that time. And they shut down Vegas, and Vegas was dead. There wasn't no business going on naturally, so we weren't able to make the type of money that we were making prior to the pandemic. So we couldn't stay in the house. We couldn't live the lifestyle that we were living anymore because we didn't have the dough. So we took what we had and we put $5 grand in an RV and $5 grand in a truck, and that's how we ended up where we are here now. That's what made us do the RV life thing, because the pandemic, we weren't making the same type of money. We looked at apartments, we looked at houses. We couldn't get in a house or an apartment fast enough without having to live in the car for a while before finally getting an apartment or a house. And we had a 1-year-old, so we weren't trying to be living out of the car, which that's what we thought of RV. Next question is, how did my husband and I meet? I met my husband through my dad. My dad is the one who introduced him to me. This is my dad's friend. He introduced me to him as, get her on something, make her do something. Not make her do something, but she's not doing anything. She don't have a life going for herself and all that extra. I didn't have any prospects. I didn't know what I was doing what I was going to do in my life. To him, this is what he's saying. I don't think this is what was going on at all. Honestly, I feel like I was doing a whole lot. I was doing pretty freaking good, but this is what Adam told me that my dad said. And he told me that, yeah, she's not on nothing, she's not doing nothing, get her into it. So it basically was like a mentoring thing. Next question is, am I going to have more kids? Am I going to have more kids? I would like to have more kids. I don't know if I'm going to have more kids or not. When people ask me this question, I'm always like, yeah and no. I don't know what I want to do, honestly. Right now, I'm trying to get my life together, though. I need to get my own shit going on. Not get my life together, because my life ain't all fucked up or anything like that. But I would like a better RV. I would like, for people that don't know, we currently do not have a truck. Our truck broke down. So I would like to get a truck and things like that. So, yeah, right now I'm trying to focus on those things. And then once we've done that, maybe we'll think about a kid. But right now, we ain't thinking about kids. Okay, I got the one, and I'm good. Okay, next question is, am I homeschooling, and if so, how's it going? I would like to consider what I'm doing homeschooling, but it's never really like every single day. I'm not consistent with it, but from what I have done, he does know his colors, his shapes, his numbers, his letters. That's pretty much it, the basic stuff. And then the basic stuff that like he asks for, like I want phone, I want eat, I want juice, I want water, like that type of stuff. He talks about all that whenever he like wants something. Taught him those words. But outside of that, he's just 3, so like homeschooling I really don't have to do with him just yet, because he's still not into grade school yet even. So I try to get ahead of it. Obviously, I'm teaching him all first grade stuff, but I'm not really like consistent with it or anything. But that does show you, like, even with the inconsistency, he still's learning. He still knows his letters, he still knows his numbers, he still knows his colors and shapes, like, so consistent or inconsistent, when they have a healthy environment, they adapt, okay? Like, they learn as accordingly. He's not behind on anything. He's 3. But like I said, for homeschooling, like I said, I want to consider it homeschooling because I'm at home and I'm teaching him things, but it's not like, I've actually registered my home as like homeschool or anything. I haven't done that yet. And I don't have a set schedule either, where I'm like, okay, this is what we're going to learn today, or this is what we're going to learn today. I pretty much just go with the flow. It really just depends on when I have that free time in my day where I'll sit down with him and we'll go over the numbers and letters and stuff. we don't have to anymore at this point because he knows them. But I guess it's time for me to move on, honestly, because he kind of knows all letters, numbers, all that stuff. So I do need to move on, teach him other things. But that's just really, I decided to do homeschooling because I'm just home. Like, that's why I decided to do it. And why freaking not? I don't know. I've been thinking about it lately with the homeschooling thing. I'm thinking younger years are okay to put your kids in school. But when they get older is the problem that I have. Because now, friends start influencing them and things like that. And that's more so what I'm worried about. So I'm thinking of putting him in school in his younger years. And then when we start getting, like, high school-ish, then that's when we're going to have to, cultivate that education and reel you in and kind of focus just on that. I don't want any outsiders really perpetuating any other type of attitude than what would go on. What goes on in this house is what I want you doing. I don't want you to do anything outside of that. If I don't like what you're doing, or dad doesn't enjoy or is okay with what you're doing, you can't do it, that type of thing. But I definitely am all open to, any suggestions that you guys may have in the comments. So definitely go ahead and leave anything down below. Definitely do that. Next question people ask is, as a mom in an RV, what are some essentials for the kid? Honestly, for the toddler, I didn't even think about all that, okay? Like, honestly, I have no fucking clue. When we're talking about the toddlers, I say the best thing that they can have is make sure they have toys. Make sure they have their own, like, environment. Make sure you have an environment, create an environment just for them to play in, to have their own space. I have, like, the little toys and see that you see in the videos, and I have the little poster for him to go, like, learn homeschooling stuff. Outside of that, we're outside most of the time. I really encourage getting outdoors, so I try not to have a whole lot of, like, toys and things that he's interested inside of the RV. Sometimes I might fill up a bucket because he likes water, so I'll fill up a bucket for him. And, like, little things. Kids are very simple. Kids are very fucking simple. Do not make them complicated. Don't complicate things. They're not complicated individuals. They will literally do anything you tell them or anything you want them to. Just don't take advantage of that. They are kids. Don't do that to them. But they'll adapt to literally whatever. Just make it fun for them. And that's all you really got to do. Make it fun. Make it engaging for them. And they don't give a fuck, okay? Just make sure they can play. Make sure they can have good fun. Make sure they're eating well. Make sure they're having outside of toys, make sure they have a great life, and they'll do the rest of it. Space tips for toddlers, like I said, just make sure they have their own environment. Make sure it's not all adult friendly, and it's kid friendly as well, so that they can actually have their outlet of being a kid and play with them. My son likes Star Wars and Star Trek and all the Jedi and Siths, so like all day he's running back and forth from here. He's taking all types of stuff. He had a lightsaber that he broke, so now he just uses whatever looks like a lightsaber. And that's the thing about kids, like, they really adapt to whatever environment. He broke his lightsaber, so he ain't got another one, so he just grabs anything that looks like it, and then it's a lightsaber to him. And that's what I mean by kids are very simple. They'll figure that stuff out. And you want the kid to be creative. You want them to use their imagination. You don't always want to create the environment for them. You kind of want them to struggle and figure it out a little bit for themselves, because that'll help them be a better adult when it comes to positions like that in life where shit's not working out. You got to find other ways to execute. Same thing for kids is what I'm saying. Next is hair products. I don't use any hair products, honestly. I just wash my hair. I don't even wash my hair as often, okay? I don't wash my hair a whole lot at all because, one, it's well water. Live in an RV, you got that well water, and I don't really want my hair falling out and stuff, so I try not to wash it much. But honestly, I feel like not washing my hair has been helping my hair grow weirdly, okay? I know that may sound nasty to some of y'all, but y'all not in my life. Y'all not me. Y'all don't got to smell me. Y'all don't have to deal with it, so what the fuck ever. But what I'm saying is, honestly, my hair's been doing really well without washing it as much. And I just started doing that within maybe like last year. I haven't washed my hair. Well, I just washed it before I did it, so let me not even say it's been a long time. But I washed my hair a week ago. When y'all saw the last video that I posted, it was a week ago. But I don't wash my hair that often. I don't wash it. I probably don't even wash it once a month. I might, at one point, I'll wash it that month, but not once a month. I don't do that. Lastly, I just wanted to throw this one in here because I did talk about, my husband being my dad's friend. People always ask me, how did my dad feel about his friend liking his daughter? And that's an interesting question because the way you worded it, liking his daughter, it wasn't like he was liking me or anything like that. I mean, there was never a conversation between me and him where we was like, I like you and I want to do this. It was never like that, you know. One day, like, we were just like, we're really close, you know, and everybody always tell us, like, you guys look good together. Are y'all together? For some reason, everybody knew we weren't together, but like, we look good together. So people would always tell us that. And one day we were just like, you want to try it out? You know, everybody say we look good together anyways. Let's see, you know. And that's kind of how, like, that's where our relationship as far as being lovers started, hearing it so much. That's all. You know, we were actually just like any other relationship. We spent time together. We started out, like I said, he was mentoring me. So during that time, you're getting really close to one another. I'm learning a lot from this person. We got together just a little bit before my son, like not too long before my son was born. We were together, and then the kid came like right after that. And part of the reason why I had the kid was because I didn't have family at that time. Me and my family were not cool at all. Why? Because my family's real fucked up. My family got demons and skeletons in the closet that they don't want coming out. I was the sibling or the, child that was like, no, like, this shit ain't fucking cool. We need to talk about this. We need to air this shit out. But nobody really wanted to do that. And I kind of like opened up Pandora's box by, being that kid that was like, we can't, like, this ain't cool. It was all type of incest going on in my family that I was finding out about, even including myself. This is why we weren't talking though, because, I was coming into being about the truth, or maybe it was just coming into adulthood is what it was, I guess. Coming into adulthood and seeing, like, this is what y'all got going on. This is what we got set up. This ain't cool. This ain't right. And it was so much fucked up shit happening to the kids, to my sister, to my brothers, to me. And I'm just like, what's going on? To say, people ask, how did my dad feel about, his friend being with his daughter? Honestly, during that time, my dad didn't have a say so because I wasn't speaking to my dad. My dad wasn't speaking to him either. So we didn't have a relationship. We weren't communicating in any way, shape, or freaking form. And we just recently started talking again, which I still have a hard time even doing, knowing like what we went through as kids. But I'm trying really hard to put it aside. No matter what, these are my parents. This is my dad. This is the set of cards I was dealt with. So I'm coming to that part of my life now, it's kind of hard though, because when you've been through stuff with certain people, naturally, you want to love them, but you want to hate them, and I want to love you more than I want to hate you, but the shit that you did is what makes me dislike you so much. I don't like using the word hate, but when it comes to like my family, oh, they know what I'm talking about. This ain't slight shit that I'm talking about either. This ain't little shit we talking about. And like, you guys are, I don't know if at some point, I guess I will talk about that type of stuff on here, because I think for people that are in my position, that are younger, you need that person that's said that you need somebody to say some of the things that I'm gonna say, so that you don't go through this type of issue. He understands when I say, you have set no bar, you have set no standards. So to say that this is not okay or it shouldn't be happening, he know he can't say that. He know he has no room to be that type of person. That goes for my mother, that goes for my brothers, that goes for my sister, that goes for aunties, uncles, and grandmothers. They didn't know about my relationship until I was pregnant with my kid, and I didn't tell them because of prior what I had gone through with my family. It was a lot of incest, a lot of backdoor motherfuckers, a lot of lies just in the closet that nobody's talking about. Like, and it was a lot of mental instability going on, and family members cutting themselves because of the trauma that they've been through. And then you got other siblings going to jail because how they were raised, because parents aren't being fucking parents. He's just not in the position to feel some type of way. The way you raise your kids really doesn't matter, you guys. The way childhood trauma and things that children go through as a child really does mask the kind of adult that they're gonna be. So the best advice I can give anybody: raise your kids, train your kids. Even if you feel like they're gonna be resentful, even if you feel like they're not gonna like you. You're the parent, okay? You know better than them. You know more than them. You know what situations lead to other situations. So regardless if they're gonna be upset with you, as you get older, as the child gets older, they understand. I promise you, they'll understand where you're coming from. At first, as a child, yeah, kids don't want to do what the fuck they're told. That's a natural thing for kids. I'm sure God thinks like that about us all the time when we don't do what the fuck we supposed to, right? But he don't let up on us, you know. He's still there. And same thing with the kids is what I'm saying. If the kids are mad at you about some shit you did, oh fucking well, the kid will get over it, because the kid understands more than ever that their parent loves them and that the parent wants the best for them. And that's what you got to keep in mind. When your kid is doing something they ain't supposed to and you tell them they can't do that shit and they mad about it, who fucking cares? They're a kid right now. They know no fucking better. They don't know anything. You know more. So you're the parent. Raise the fucking kid. Train your kids into the type of adults that we want. The type of people that we want in society today. But like I said, when y'all talk about my parents and like what they think about shit, like, I don't care what they think. That's how bad like my childhood was. The way you raise your kids when they're a child is the exact same relationship you're gonna have with them when they become an adult. But thank you for listening to my TED Talk. This is me, you guys. I'm a huge crybaby. So get used to seeing a whole lot of that. I cry all the time. Like, I don't know why. I'm such a sensitive person. And I never knew that about myself. I didn't think that me, sensitive? No. I would have never thought. Again, thank you guys for listening. I hope I answered you guys' questions. If I didn't, definitely let me down on the low. Girl, you didn't answer the question. You can say that. I'm totally with that. Like, I'm totally a transparent person. As long as you guys are respectful, we're cool. Sorry, I forgot to kind of mention why this video just ended the way that it did. Because I ran out of storage, which is kind of what I was telling y'all about in the beginning of the video. And so yeah, that's why it abruptly ended. And we're just going to leave it there. So we're on our way to 1,000 subs over here on this YouTube channel. So if you go ahead and subscribe, once we get to 1,000 subs, we'll be doing a huge giveaway. For the girlies, it'll be handbags and lashes. For the guys, it'll be boxing gear, boxing gloves, boxing mitten. For the people that are new here, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any more questions, definitely leave them down below. And these are the questions that I'll use for the next Q&A that I'll be answering for you guys. But on that note, if you're anybody that's interested in RV living, stay-at-home mom type of content, age-gap relationship type content, then you definitely want to go ahead and make sure you follow or subscribe to this YouTube account. Also follow me on Instagram, YouTube. My website is rollingwithmom.com. I also have Facebook and Snapchat, so you can find me on all platforms. But on that note, later. Love you guys.